So yes, I'm still around. I've been busy working. I've been busy enjoying myself out and about solo. And it's so crazy. You know how people at your job, they may want to hang out with you. I'm like, no, I'm good. I have so much peace. Please, like with the whole friendship thing, like people really gravitate to me, both online and offline. But a lot of times they don't have good intentions. You know what I mean? So I've been enjoying myself, and then I got my close friends to very small group that I truly trust. I'm good. But outside of my personal life, I've been saving some little screenshots, videos on my cell phone to edit later on, which is now. This video is not about all black men. Of course, black women never get this disclaimer. This is about a certain sector of black men who believe that if a woman is born from a non-black woman who has a non-black father, that she is perfect in every way and has no flaws, and somehow she's not human. She has no likes or dislikes, but simply being born non-black, that's all that matters. So I'm talking about that sector, which is usually the Black Manosphere, Passport Bros, SYSBM, Red Pill, Black Red Pill. What else they call themselves? It's a long list of names in that type of sector. Yes, there are adult men, I'm not saying all in that sector, but the majority in those little sectors, the majority, not all, they honestly believe while they're adults that if a person comes from a non-black father, Asian, white, etc., obviously the non-black father's sperm is gold, and her mom is non-black too, that she is a great person. So as we can see with the first comment, this is by a black man. So it's so interesting when they go through things or they see things when it comes to non-black women, they vent, they make videos dissing these women, or they'll leave comments that don't sound really friendly. So what's really happening is Officer Fred here, he passed away. He's gone. So rest in peace to him. And this was his wife. So what happened? Another drowning, of course. And he didn't have a floater, like a vest. He didn't know how to really swim. But likely the wife had a great idea, like, hey, sweetheart, let's go canoeing. And not to let her down, he was like, okay, honey bunches, let's go swimming. Well, canoeing. Even though he doesn't know how to swim, but he didn't want to disappoint his wife right here. And magically, she starts drowning. So being a husband, he jumps in that river to rescue her. And before the whole video finished, I knew she was going to survive. Just a feeling, and she did. But he drowned and he's gone. I agree with some of the comments that it do seem like a setup. If you know your husband is not a good swimmer, he don't know how to swim at all, and you're not even recommending him a floater device or saying, hey, let's get this first before we go canoeing. Like, it just seemed like a low-key setup. So I kind of do agree with some of the comments. Like, why not recommend something else? How many years they've been married, but suddenly you need to go, you got a strong hankering for some canoeing with a man who don't know how to swim? Why not recommend swimming classes first, help your husband learn to swim, and then maybe look into water type fun? So it is a little sus. And most of the comments were from black men and few black women. But a lot of black men were upset with him for dying for her. But in reality, he was being a husband. Whether she set him up or not, he was doing the right thing by trying to rescue his wife. So he was doing the right thing, but it is a lot of suspicion that why is he canoeing with you? And anyway.
Story out. A black Arkansas police officer proposed to his white fiance, right? Hours later, he drowned trying to save her life. Rogers Police Department, this is in Arkansas, people, said Officer Fred Marsh, age 24, got into difficulty in the water on Saturday, July 18th, before he was pronounced dead the following morning. It says an Arkansas police officer drowned while saving his fiancee just hours after they got engaged. Rogers Police Department officer Fred Marsh and Haley Lummis were canoeing on the Elk River with a co-worker and his wife when Haley Lummis got into difficulty in the water. Haley is the officer Fred Marsh's fiance, just proposed to her. After his fiance got in the water, she was getting into difficult water. She's whatever, panicking or whatever. She was pushed to a canoe. But Fred Marsh, he became caught in the current and went underwater, not coming back up. So this Arkansas police officer, black man, young, 24, just became a police officer, I believe, last year, end of the year also. He proposes to his white queen, and she's in the water, drowning almost. He jumps in to save her, and he drowns. This just happened, people. He's out canoeing with these people. It says the victim, who was the officer, the black officer, he was pronounced deceased on the morning of Sunday, July 19th at 10:08 a.m. local time. And this Rogers Police Department that he worked for announced his death, and the chief of police, Jonathan Best, paid tribute to his willingness to serve others and his enthusiasm for his job. The girl, the fiance's mom, she spoke to the news. Her name is Cheryl Paget, and she said that Marsh, the black officer, the black man, had become engaged to her daughter, Haley Lummis, earlier that day. She said they had been together for 3 beautiful years, and they had a very beautiful, loving relationship. Even though legally he was not my son-in-law, he will forever be my son. She said that her daughter went into the water and began to struggle while trying to get back to the kayak. And one of Fred Marsh's co-workers, Fred Marsh is her black fiance, the cop, who joined the couple along with his wife, went in to help her. Fred Marsh got in the water to help her because she wasn't going to make it, you know. So she was pushed to the canoe. They pushed her there. But Fred Marsh, he got caught in the current. Then he went under.
Oh, so they didn't even get married. So they've been dating for 3 years, and he had proposed. And then I guess she like, oh, we need to go canoeing ASAP. Look, the events that he was reading off on are based on what she said. There are no videos of anything. Nothing. Fred, Officer Fred, he's gone. So they're going to take into account of what she said, how she was just struggling and she was almost drowning. Then he jumps in the water, don't know how to swim, which is crazy to even try to rescue someone. If you don't know how to swim, okay, I get it. He was just so in love that he was, sacrificed his life. And now he's gone and she's still alive. Of course, this guy want to know, will a white guy jump in the water to save his black queen? And then someone respond, actually a black woman respond to him, no. And Black Phoenix says under them, well, guess till we go in the water without a vest with a white man, we'll never know. I don't give that a like because first of all, I'm not going canoeing at all. I have no interest. Number 2, if I was to do something bold like that, I'm going to have a vest. I'm going to have a ducky floaty. I'm going to have all types of floating devices. If they don't want me on a canoe with all that going on, then I'm just not going up there because it's like a pre-setup. Now the comment king problem, the last comment right here, I believe he's a biracial guy because there are biracial men who do make content. I think I see his comments sometimes there who laugh about how black men are really obsessed with, yeah, those type of channels do exist. I didn't look for it. YouTube recommended. I just listen. I don't ever comment, but it's interesting. On to them passport bros. So this guy got arrested in Kenya. And look how his circles around his eyes are just, they're black. Dark circles. Is that diabetes? Is that just natural for him? Is that lack of sleep? What is that? Whatever's going on, these are the average type of passport bros that go overseas. And the reason why I say that, because I was listening to, there are two twin West African girls, like Crystal Swirls. When they talk about attractive Black American men, they're not talking about these. They're not talking about these types at all. They're talking about the ones that come from two Black parents, but at the same time look kind of mixed, or they look Black, but a different type of Black. I don't know how else to explain it, but I listened to Crystal Swirls and those two twin, this is not what they picture Black American men at all. But anyway, they said themselves, outside Crystal Swirls or some other African women, that they thought that Black American men would look like this and look like that. No, you're not getting the best. I don't care if he's going to Asia, Africa, etc. You're not getting the best. I'm just being honest. So they think these type of Black men would hop on a plane, or maybe something like this, maybe even this, but these types are not the ones that are flying out to their country. And the only reason why Kenya, some of them go there, is because of their passport bro prince. Austin Hollowan went there only because he got that work in the Philippines. The only way those relationships really work, like Eurasian Tiger said, if you want to work out with an Asian woman, the man is usually submissive, low key. Okay? Outside of that, yeah, you hear a lot of divorces. So when it comes to African women, they're thinking, oh, sexy type of Black American men hopping on a plane who are going to treat them with respect. Nope. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's all races here in America already. All cultures. There's Kenyan women in America. Why can't they get them? See, we have different laws here in America. And those laws, they're going to track them down ASAP. So what really boards those planes, I don't care if he's dark skinned or light skinned, are these type of passport bros that look like the Fat Albert crew. The whole gang. That's what's boarding. So low key, those African women, they prefer certain features, facial features on those Black American men. I'm just listening. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So now African men, because of the disrespect that Black American men or foreign passport Black men have been showing to their Kenyan women, African men are stepping up and saying, hey, stay out of Kenya. Get out of here. Because at first African men, they were cool with the Black Passport bros. Like, oh, hi, oh, my homie. Then they saw what was really going on. Yeah, your women are just for clapping sessions. That's about it. But don't worry, they're looking for marriage-minded women. That's what I keep hearing. So, yeah.
Getting ready to leave out the club. A group of guys grabbed me with AKs, and so yeah.
Charges. And in July 2026, there were serious allegations that another passport bro by the name of NYC The Future was doing this to underage women in the Dominican Republic.
She's saying that she wants Future to say to her face to face that he wasn't with her sister, who was 15, and that he wasn't with another minor.
Being here, because your money can go so far.
And why is that, Rello?
Because the chicks are mid, so it don't put you in that, oh shit, these bitches bad, let me see. It don't put you in that like a Thailand or a Brazil or a Medi or a Sua.
Huh? Nobody wants their country described as being cheap or having mid-looking women, which meant that Kenya was experiencing some of the same issues.
So you have unattractive Black passport bros calling Kenyan women pretty much ugly. And when you know what makes them ugly, they're not non-Black. That's pretty much it. Like I said, that whole other sector is straight up anti-Black women. They're only going over there just for some clapping, but they're like, dang, these women are ugly. And on average, most of them are not ugly at all. They're just average, everyday women. That's it. But you have unattractive men saying that their women are ugly. And the only reason why they went there is because Austin went there, their little leader. And the average passport bro, they be looking like this. They be looking like this. They be looking like this of every shade. Light in between dark skin. It don't matter. It don't matter. They don't look great themselves. Now you might have one rare one who don't look bad at all, but his mind is usually jacked up, even worse than the others.
That the other countries in Latin America was. And this ordeal would affect the other passport bros coming after J-Rello. And when NYC The Future said that he might be on his way to Kenya, it started to cause this uproar.
That we are also alarming this activity, that these people are also planning to come again in Kenya to exploit our women. We are saying that Kenya is not there to be exploited by foreigners.
The Kenyan community promised to end any passport bro coming into Nairobi or Mombasa trying to exploit women. But that did not stop this guy from coming.
Getting ready to leave out the club, a group of guys grabbed me with AKs.
Some of you brothers who saw this in real time, it was an arrest or a robbery, but he clarifies it that this was the Mombasa police. They had him at close range. He was physically bothered, or at least assaulted, and then
Ended up at the police station. Don't have a bunch of stuff that somehow I misplaced it. A bunch of stuff is misplaced. So, you know, if you support the channel, you support me, you know what to do.
he says that these things were misplaced.
And then one of the comments were like, we gotta move in silence, brothers. Really? No, y'all wanted attention. Y'all went on TikTok, trash black women, the typical, us black American women, so you can get that attention. So shout out to y'all for that. And now you're on everyone's radar. Everybody's. Literally. Moving on. But yeah, these other countries, if you really want to be taken seriously, unfortunately, you may have to get extreme so the others can understand not to F with your women. Because no country wants to be seen as just a effing place. No one wants that. No one wants that reputation. Yeah, it happens in all countries, but no one wants it. It's tacky and trashy. Anyway, Nate, one of my haters, my 500-pound hater, I've been noticing these, and these are his community posts. He's been sharing these little community posts. I'm like, this is interesting. Very interesting. Low-key calling out the black men who have been being drowned or hung lately. But what I find most interesting about Nate's community post, and he's a black guy, is that he's laughing at animation of black men punching on white women. Did someone try to get a white woman's number and she said no to a 500-pound black man who lives with his mom still and rides a Walmart scooter? Was he denied a non-black woman in general? And now he finds sharing these type of videos hilarious? I don't know, kind of interesting. Anyway, on to Nolan Wells. So yeah, this video is definitely going to get a dislike by so-and-so. I know you're lurking still. I know. So these are pictures of Nolan Wells' life. He definitely had a preference in friends and dating wise. You know, he liked it strictly. Now he had one black token friend who was also just like him, low-key. That's the only reason why they kind of did well. But overall, Nolan had a preference for white friendships, white dates, and that's okay. Everyone has a preference. So anyway, I was listening to this guy's channel, and he has me blocked, but he loves non-black women. Let me put that out there. So he's not coming after Nolan. He's just saying that he believes that Nolan was trying to get some ASS on them girls. And unfortunately, maybe he, according to this other content creator, might have been drunk and then he died. You know the word SYSBM, Save Yourself Black Men? That's the other sector under the Black Manosphere. It's starting to make sense. I mean, for cases like these,
decided to leave when all accounts were that Nolan Well was drunk and he decided to stay on the island without his phone because he was too busy chasing ass, right? Trying to clap some cheeks. And that's why he stayed, right? But again, the pro-blackities have convinced themselves that no, that's a lie, that Nolan Wells was actually on the boat and that, I don't know.
and that's what he said. He is part of Nolan Wells community, you know, the interracial sector, whatever they want to call themselves. That's what he said, that Nolan Wells was, you know, likely drunk and he was trying to, you know, get some ASS, and now he's gone. Now he's gone. And that they feel that his friends are innocent. And who knows, maybe his friends are actually innocent. None of us were there. But when a person drinks, you know, logic can go out the window. You know, how they really feel, they'll say it. When sober, they'll never say it. Things change. I haven't had a drink in years. I'm not a drinker like that at all. Well, I had maybe a sip maybe a few months ago, but I'm not even counting that. And look at this. They're trying to make him as if he's related to one of the great icons. Really? And it's been proven false. It's been proven false. So yeah, they're trying to make him low-key the next Martin Luther King by attaching him to this innocent woman, Ida B. Wells. He is not related to her. Now, his dad, from my understanding, is a West African man. Okay, so he might have roots over here, and his mom being half Filipino, he might have some roots over here. But no, he is not related to any of the Black American greats whatsoever. Thank God. That would be a tragedy. Just imagine you're a iconic Black woman, but your great allegedly may have had a little drinky drink trying to chase not your image, but I'm just saying on a Black historical level, only for your great to meet you in the heavens. Oh, hi, great Grandma Ida. Oh, what bring you up here so soon? Well, I was having a little drinky drink and I was trying to get this girl. Oh, what girl? And yes, the internet, Black YouTube is not happy that Courtney here only got 6 years. And with good behavior, she'll be out even sooner. She'll be out sooner. I believe at max 2 years. That's my guess. That's my guess. But it's crazy. That man was literally abused by her, being beaten on. But he would hop online to diss Black women. Like, it's a mental disorder for some. It really is. I'm not against interracial. Absolutely not. But unfortunately, there's some broken people who don't like being Black, who will take all types of abuse just to be with some other race while dissing their own race. It just don't make any sense. What happened to loving yourself and doing interracial at the same time? It's possible.
Control, my boy. They ain't homies.
Hey. This look tough, bro. For real.
You need some help.
Just shut up, Kappa.
Man, you messing up the entire day. Anyway, I knew you had it under control, my boy. They ain't homies.
No, I do have some concerns. Now, this right here is the Kickstarter page, and as I'm looking through the characters, I see Venus Flytrap, right? Now, Venus is JJ's fearless ex and one of the few people alive who isn't afraid to call him out. Now, it's looking like she's a white woman, his love interest, and that is one thing I hate about a lot of Black shows. They always got to give Black men a goddamn white woman instead of a Black queen.
Now, he's one of the rare actual pro-Black men, meaning that he considers Black women as well, not just Black men and call it pro-Black. And you got the pro-Black women focusing white men this, white men that. Yeah. So, yeah, and that looked like an Asian woman actually. So he's really an actual pro-Black. There's a lot of fake pro-Blacks that think they're pro-Black, but they're not. They're not. So anyway, he's promoting Black artists, Black comic book writers, things like that. I want to get back into that as well. And for Black women, we may have to create our own characters. You know, if you can't rely on the men, So you may have to do your own. Just a thought, just a thought. And looking at this comment, I was like, maybe they can do an inspirational on Officer Fred, you know, the guy in the beginning of this video, and make a comment based on him dying for his, well, she was not even a wife, I thought. His future wife, but he didn't make it down to the altar. So they can base it off of him, so it's not far-fetched, but
because I'm a good person and I'm pro-black and I love my community and I'm always talking and I'm always advocating for black men and I always get treated like this, and it's not fucking fair. It's not fucking fair. Y'all go out y'all way to be disrespectful. I have not called that man a bitch or nothing. So for you to go out your way and disrespect me, to say that's why God made you a woman, because you think like a bitch, you're a bitch. All because I didn't like your rebuttal and I said that you need to stop insulting my intelligence, because every time I say something, I have to be questioned. And like I'm not well traveled, like I'm not educated. You don't even have the fucking accolades I have. How dare you?
so her video is going viral. A lot of black men are responding to it, not in a kind way or, you know, at all. And she is just broken. Like, whoever the guy is that she loves and he called her a bitch, she's like, I'm done with black men. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Absolutely not. But I don't know, like, both genders of every race, actually, they love running on the internet. Because remember, the internet is forever and you can't ever take it down because people will save copies. So once you calm down while on camera, of course, what if you meet that black guy who doesn't hate himself, loves you as you are, who's respectful, but you got that video out there, I am done with black men. I don't know. So this is just a blog reporting the news. I enjoyed making it. I did. But don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to be mad in the clouds or annoyed in the clouds. And I'll be back.
Bonnet with her face at the corner of the screen, crying her fucking eyes out over black men. Like I said before, you bitches think that you're special, and then you end up on fucking TikTok with egg on your face, making 6-7 videos crashing out over your breakup from that black man, crying on the internet to thousands of people, talking about, I'm so pro-black, as if black men have ever given a fuck about the work and the literal blood that we have shed for them, dying in birth for them. They don't give a fuck about any of that shit. And y'all love them more than they love us. Y'all protect them more than they protect us. That's why I made my video about Nolan Wells and I kept it the fuck moving, just to be proven right more and more. The more we find out about his family members and who they follow. The Officer Tatum shit, oh, y'all are close friends? What? Y'all know that man? You used to watch his content? You're shocked that he's saying these things about your family? Y'all were friends with men like that. I just watched a video, everyone's talking about this Malcolm situation with his estate. So many black men in Hollywood are not married to their partners. They are glorified baby mamas. Y'all talk about Kendrick Lamar being so pro-black and all this. He does not give a fuck about enough of his family to marry that woman and to put her on paperwork. If Kendrick Lamar were to die tomorrow, I promise you his wife would be fighting for her fucking life for any property, any type of fucking rights. He loves his family so much but doesn't trust that bitch enough to marry her or put her on some fucking paperwork. Black men will get an enormous amount of wealth, stop dating black women, and still make the next bitch a baby mama and a glorified fucking housewife without the fucking credentials. Even fucking what's his name that died of cancer, Black Panther, he didn't marry her until he got fucking cancer. No one wants to talk about that. But he was still a fucking black man at the end of the day. He was a great actor, but like, he only married that bitch once he realized he was fucking dying. Right? Like, when they're not married to these women, they go and have their raggedy ass mama be the executor of the state, and that mama is not making sure that their kids are okay. There's no reason why a man who has been in Hollywood signed multiple contracts without their fucking life. But when it comes to their kids and their partners, they act like they don't know what the fuck a contract looks like. And it's literally their fucking job. They secured that deal for that movie, but they could not secure finances for their children if they fucking died. Or they wait until the last fucking minute when they know that they're going to die because they were going through like have you ever noticed when black men talk about their struggles, they forget that we're also black too? That we were getting raped by our fucking employers, still having to go to work as well as your black ass. Black women never stop fucking working, bitch. Like, but you're getting on the internet crying, crashing out over black men doing, like, Frederick Douglass didn't even want to teach his fucking wife to read and left her ass for a white woman. Martin Luther King was cheating on his wife while his kids were getting bomb threats and shit, but still made time to go get white pussy. Some of the greats of our time, the Black Panthers, practicing raping black women for fucking shits and giggles, and no one talks about that. There needs to be a documentary, a movie about the women who survived the Black Panther Party. Now we got the fucking Black Israelites and responsibility, but the people who are actually doing that are the black women. The black women are the leaders. We're the ones taking care of the paperwork. We're the ones making sure the kids have something when we die. We're the ones doing all the things that the men were supposed to fucking do. And you're crashing out in a fucking bonnet on TikTok telling me water is fucking wet, bitch.
And I'm so upset because I'm a good person and I'm pro-black and I love my community.